Celebrity Tastemaker, Lincoln Park. Loves Krispy Kreme donuts. Hates being rejected 20 times before they were signed. Shut up!
I rock. And I like to roll.
I play the drums and I rap.
I was voted the 13th best bass player in the world.
And I'm the bookish one. When we decided to do a remix record, we didn't know what it was going to be.
We've rewritten melodies, rewritten vocal parts, rewritten guitar, etc.
And once we started getting back tracks from a lot of the producers and DJs and people we really respected, we were really excited what was coming back, and we decided to make it a whole record and get other guest artists to rap and sing, and it just kind of evolved as it went along and wound up becoming like this new record.
It's a challenging album. I don't expect, everybody who liked the first album to like the remix album, but
that's just because it is a little more experimental and it is different,
Our fans are obviously very important to us. Reanimation is something for them.
I don't have a favorite video because they're all so different. There's things that I like differently about each one of them. Actually, my favorite one right now is the one I'm making. It's for Points of Authority on the remix album. It's turbo tight. It's a bunch of robots beating the shit out of each other.
When Joe was listening to the songs, that was the song that leaped out at him in terms of, hey, I could create a really cool visual world to go along with the sonic vibe of the song.
It's completely animated. It's the first time we're using any digital effects. In the past, everything's been real. Like in the end video, we actually had a real whale fly in the sky. In this new video for Points of Authority, we have cameos in our video. The starring role is the robots. The guest appearances are us, but only part of us. I mean, I have like this whole
hey, Joe,
ethereal, intellectual, thought process that went behind it. But it's too complicated. The kids like to see the robots beat the out of it. That's what I'm going to talk about.
The kids wanted it. The kids wanted to see robot blood.
Celebrity Tastemaker. Find out what makes them tick on Much Music USA. Makes them tick on Much Music USA. Celebrity Tastemaker, Lincoln Park. Loves making videos with killer robots. Hates explaining what the videos mean.
I think choosing the right director is the most important decision you can make when making a music video. You basically want a director who's going to work with the band as opposed to just being really pushy and overbearing.
We basically just took Joe. We were like, hey, Joe designed stuff for movies before. He can direct videos.
Do you feel more comfortable behind the camera than in front of the camera?
I feel comfortable on both sides.
Both sides of the camera?
I'm a giver and a receiver.
It starts with
I don't know why.
Being in new videos is far easier than writing new music because all the work is on Joe Hahn's hands. All we have to do is show up and eat and stand in front of the camera.
The One Step Closer video started off with a well thought out idea and then kind of turned into this thing that didn't really make much sense, but it had flying ninjas. In the video, I actually really was hanging upside down. They strapped me in this thing, and then I had the cords coming down my legs, and they lifted me up the first time, and they had this protective mat on the ground because we were in this really weird, old rundown train kind of station. There's lots of rocks and broken things and lots of tetanus floating around. I don't hang upside down anymore because it felt like my head was going to explode, like a tick who's eaten too much.
Break!
We were touring on Family Values together, us, Stained, and STP, and Dead Z, and Static X. It was a really fun tour, and we got to become really close and really good friends with those guys. We asked Aaron if he would mind singing some harmonies and stuff for Crawling, and he said sure, kind of no big deal. Walked in, nailed it, and left. His performance on those vocals send chills down. I get goosebumps and hair stands up because it just sounds so good.
There's a lot of stuff like that on the album.
Yeah.
There's a number of songs that have parts in them that I wish we had done, you know, and that's what the whole album is about. It's like doing those things that we wish we had done in the first place. When we did this remix album, it was an opportunity to just get together with people that we really admired, or artists that are just been doing it for a long time and are really legendary. I think it sounds great. And although the album sounds like Linkin Park still, it's very different. It's original.
Celebrity Tastemaker. Find out what makes them tick on Much Music USA. Celebrity Tastemaker, Linkin Park. Loves meeting their fans after the show. Hates being serious during interviews.
In the beginning, before we actually got signed and we were putting a lot of the music together, we decided to get on the internet, make our music available for free download, get on chat rooms and talk to kids in different chat rooms and bands that we admired and that we thought would kind of understand what we were doing, and we would tell them to go check it out. And when we did that, we were like really overwhelmed because we were creating a fan base all over the planet without ever actually having to leave Mike's apartment.
When the record came out, we were just hoping that it would sell like, I think Esther had the highest bid of it selling, what was your bid, like 8,000 records. We knew that there was some kind of hype because we were in contact with our fans and we were on the internet and people seemed to really like our music. It came out and sold like 46,000 copies the first week and we just were dumbfounded. We didn't understand it.
Thank you very